Most people think they're making decisions. They're not. They're executing programming. Think about it. When your alarm goes off, who decides whether you get up? You or the identity you repeated for the last 5 years? When you walk into the kitchen, who decides what you eat? You or the habit you've installed? When your phone vibrates, who decides whether you pick it up? You or the operating system running beneath your awareness? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are living on software they never intentionally installed. Parents, friends, school, social media, television, culture, fear, comfort, every experience wrote another line of code. And eventually, the code became the person. That's why information rarely changes people. People don't need more information. They need a new operating system. You already know what to do. You know exercise is good. You know reading matters. You know saving money works. You know discipline creates freedom. Knowledge isn't the problem. Programming is. Think of your mind like a computer. You can install the greatest software ever written, but if an old operating system is still running underneath, everything crashes. That's why people say, "This is my year," then quit 2 weeks later. The goal wasn't wrong. The identity couldn't support it. Goals are the applications. Identity is the operating system. Applications cannot outperform the operating system they run on. Read that again. People keep downloading new goals without updating themselves. Then they wonder why nothing changes. Here's another mistake. Most people try to change behavior. Few people change environments. Environments rise behavior faster than motivation ever will. Put junk food on the counter, you will eventually eat it. Leave your phone beside your bed, you will eventually grab it. Surround yourself with people who complain, you will eventually normalize mediocrity. Environment is invisible strategy. The highest performers don't rely on willpower. They engineer decisions. The less you have to negotiate, the more consistent you become. Discipline isn't making hard decisions every day. Discipline is eliminating unnecessary decisions. Steve Jobs wore similar clothes, athletes follow routines, pilots use checklists, successful companies create systems. Not because they're boring, because consistency beats emotion. Your future isn't built by intensity, it's built by architecture. An architect doesn't hope a building stands, it designs it to. Why are you hoping your life changes instead of designing it to? Design your mornings, design your evenings, design your finances, design your friendships, design your attention, design your environment, design your future before it arrives. Because if you don't design your life, someone else will. Advertising has a strategy, algorithms have a strategy, environments have a strategy. Your distractions are organized. Is your future? Here's another principle. Attention is the most valuable currency. Money follows attention. Relationship follows attention. Identity follows attention. Whatever consistently receives your attention, eventually receives your life. That's why protecting your attention isn't productivity. It's self-defense. Every notification is a request. Every advertisement is a request. Every distraction is a request. Every opinion is a request. They're asking the same question. Can we borrow your future? Most people say yes, without realizing it. Your attention becomes their business model. Your distraction becomes their profit. Meanwhile, your dreams wait, not because they're impossible, but because they're unfunded. You stopped investing attention into them. Here's the strategy nobody teaches. Stop asking, what should I do? Start asking, what systems will make this inevitable? Want to read? Don't rely on motivation. Put the book on your pillow. Want to save money? Automate it. Want to exercise? Lay your clothes out the night before. Want to create? Remove distractions before they arrive. Success isn't built through heroic moments. It's built through intelligent design. Average people manage time. Exceptional people design systems. Time management eventually fails. System design compounds forever. Then something incredible happens. The system begins carrying you. You no longer fight yourself. You no longer negotiate every morning. You no longer depend on feeling inspired. The system makes the right decision easier than the wrong one. That's freedom. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is becoming someone who consistently does what matters. That is real power. Because the strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the person who no longer argues with themselves. The person whose actions and identity have become the same. The person whose future is already scheduled. The person who stopped chasing motivation and started designing inevitability. One day people will call you disciplined. They will never see the architecture. They'll admire the building. They'll never study the blueprint. But you will know everything changed. The one day you stopped trying to change your life and started rebuilding the operating system that created it. That is the art of self.